This is a video for guys that I just wish you would think more highly of yourselves than you do when it comes to getting a woman. I leave comments sometimes on other YouTube channels, and I was having a back and forth conversation with a gentleman who actually he does inline skating. This is all on YouTube comments. It's not a private conversation. And he seems like he really has this act together, but he thinks that women won't want him because he isn't all muscular. And he said he's also shy and introverted. Now, this guy who does inline skating is fit. He's toned and he's fit. He sounded like he had his shit together pretty much. And, I left him a really long reply comment back to encourage him, but even when I see guys in my escort appointments and I tell them, oh my God, you have a great body, and they'll be like, no, I really don't. You guys are way too freaking hard on yourselves. You guys seem, or when I give a man a compliment on his penis, they think it's not big enough. You guys are way too hard on yourselves. You guys, a lot of you guys, have a distorted view of how attractive you are, I know there are guys that are probably full of themselves, but there are also a lot of guys who have a negative, distorted image of themselves, kind of like the women who are anorexic who think they're too fat. A lot of guys suffer from that. They think they're not muscular enough, or they overemphasize what they think a woman wants. Look, if you're strong enough to pick up a woman, you're strong enough to lift a tire over your head, you're good. You can have a little bit of a belly. You don't have to have perfectly buff arms. Just have some strength, look good in clothes. That's it. I know there's a lot of this stuff on evolutionary psychology about what attracts people. And yeah, people can look attractive based on certain things, but you don't build a relationship with someone who's attractive. A lot more goes into it, and that's why people often will meet at work, because you develop an attraction to someone based on their personality, their values, how they show up, their mood, their attitude, their mental and emotional health. And so for this particular gentleman, being shy and introverted and thinking negatively of himself are the reasons that he's single. It has nothing to do with his looks. Because you have to, in order to get into a relationship, men and women, we have to have some social and relational skills. That's it. And that comes with practice. Just start talking to people. Get out of your comfort zone. That's what we all have to do. I just went for dental cleaning, and believe me, that is way outside my freaking comfort zone. I fucking hate going to the dentist. I made myself go. Sometimes you just have to make yourself do shit, but excuse my language. But, as an example, I probably shouldn't talk about this, but there's a gentleman, like a super good looking guy, that he said he wanted to date me. He was pretty persistent about it. But then 3 days went by and he still had no plan, so I'm not interested. I don't care how freaking hard he is, and he was really good in bed too. There are other things that matter to you that you can focus on. Integrity, your words and your actions line up. Pursuing things, perseverance, persistence, having a plan, like all these things that you need to start a business or pursue a client. Just use those things in pursuing a woman. Your body is not what's holding you back, you guys. It is not. And I've met men who are not the best looking guys that get a woman. And I've also experienced working with men who weren't the best looking, but as I got to know them over time, based on their personality, their humor, their persistence and all those things, I'm like, oh my God, this guy is like a super cool guy. I can see why he has a wife. Other times I'm like, I don't know why this guy has a wife. This video is really to let you guys know that you're way too freaking hard on yourselves in the looks department. If you can carry a woman into a bedroom, you can lift a tire over your head, and you can have enough core power to do some reasonable amount of thrusting for 5 or 10 minutes, you're good. So, yeah, that's it. And um, I think that being fit gets you also a little bit more self-confidence, and it definitely improves your mood and your health. And but you don't have to be like perfection. And women aren't perfection either. All those women you see on Instagram and stuff, they're just freaking photoshopped, fakey phonies. I mean, real women have cellulite and wrinkles, and I've seen women like those, a lot of women on Twitter and stuff, they have bellies. They're not perfectly, they don't have washboard abs either. Like, I don't think people are that psychotic to be like, oh my god, you don't have a perfect muscle outline here, I'm not interested. It's not like that. Just have enough upper body strength to look good in a shirt, and to exude some strength. That's it. You're good. I hope this has helped. This is a message of love for you guys. And rather than focusing on what's wrong with you, start focusing on what's right with you. That's my advice.